A lucky jacket. Anna has a lucky jacket. Whenever she wears it, good things happen to her. She wore it on her final exam one time, and she got the highest grade in the class. The jacket is green with yellow stripes. It's really smelly, because Anna never washes it. She is scared that washing the jacket will wash away the luck. She keeps the jacket in a closet all by itself. No other clothes are in the closet. Anna had an important interview for a job. She was very nervous about it. She wanted to wear the jacket, but the jacket was not appropriate for the interview. She needed to wear nice clothes. She decided to wear the jacket under a plain gray sweater. Perfect plan, she thought. When Anna entered the interview room, she started to sweat. She wondered why it was so hot. She realized that the heater was on. She sat down across from the interviewer. "Anna, you're sweating. You should take your sweater off." Anna laughed nervously. "I'm fine," she said. By the end of the interview, there was a sweat stain on Anna's sweater. She left the interview feeling unsure. A week later, Anna got a phone call from the boss. The boss offered her the job. The lucky jacket worked. Not going to church. Chris has been going to church every Sunday since he was 4 years old. His parents were very religious and wanted Chris to follow in their footsteps. His dad was a pastor, and his mom was a choir leader. Chris always felt like he was in the middle. He didn't particularly love or hate Christianity. Chris learned about other religions in his history class. He learned about Buddhism, Islam, Hinduism, and more. After learning about other religions, Chris wanted to convert to Buddhism. He felt like he could relate to it better. One Sunday, he told his parents he was not going to church. They were shocked and angry. They told him that if he did not go to church, they would take away all electronics from him. Chris was okay with that. He gave his parents his cell phone, video game console, and laptop. When his parents came back from church, they wanted to have a long conversation with Chris. Chris told them why he didn't want to go to church anymore. He explained what Buddhism was, and why he wanted to convert. His parents tried to convince him that Christianity was better. It was useless. Chris made his decision. Fighting friends. Roland and Miles have been best friends since 9th grade. They bonded over their common interest in video games. They would go to each other's house and play video games after they finished their homework. They did everything together, from eating breakfast to sleeping over at each other's place. Right now, however, they were not speaking to each other. Miles did not pick Roland to be on his basketball team, and Roland was upset. It has been 2 weeks already. Miles has been trying to make it up to him almost every day. He made him breakfast in the morning, offered to drive him to school, and offered to carry his textbooks. Roland just kept pushing him away. Miles didn't know what he could do. Miles directly asked him one day, and Roland said, "Nothing you do can make up for what you did." Miles was sad, and he gave up. Now, Roland and Miles are about to graduate from high school. It has been a year since they talked. On the last day of school, Roland goes up to Miles. "Hey, I really miss you, to be honest. Want to play video games after the graduation ceremony?" Roland asks. Miles smiles and says yes. Sometimes, you can't fix your mistakes right away. Friendship takes time to fix. The election speech. Benjamin walked out of the locker room after swim practice. One of his team members, Aaron, wanted to talk to him. "Ben, there's something you have to know," Aaron said. "What is it?" Benjamin asked. "Kyle said you would be a terrible captain to the entire swim team," Aaron said. Benjamin went back home depressed. He didn't think that Kyle would betray him. Tomorrow would be the swim captain election. Benjamin didn't have time to worry about Kyle. He had to prepare his speech. The next day, Benjamin and Kyle stood in front of the swim team. Kyle went first. "Hello, fellow team members. I want to be your next swim captain, because there is nothing I care more about than swim. I will put 110% into every practice we have and every competition we enter. We're going to be winners if you vote for me." Benjamin was up next. "Hi all. I should be the next captain, because I want to make this team stronger. It's important that we all work together and be friends with each other. We need to support each other whether we win or lose. I will make this team a family. By being a family, we will be more motivated to do our best." A hot risk. It is 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Los Angeles, California today. Toby had made plans to go hiking today. His mom told him not to go because it was too hot. Toby still wanted to go. Toby and his friend drove up to the hiking trail. When they got out of the car, they felt the hotness immediately. "Toby, I'm starting to sweat already," his friend said. "You'll be fine, just drink water," Toby said. As they started walking, they noticed that the plants were all brown. They all died. There were not a lot of people hiking either. Toby's friend started to put sunscreen on. "Want some?" he asked. Toby said, "I don't get burned." "Well, suit yourself," his friend said. As they continued walking, the trail was getting steeper and steeper. "Hey Brian, remember that one time your mom hiked with us?" Toby asked. It was completely silent. Toby turned around. Brian was on the ground. He had fainted. Toby called 911. When they came, they told Toby that Brian fainted from the heat. "You shouldn't be out on a day like this," the emergency response team said. Toby rode with Brian to the hospital. Toby even sat beside Brian as he was unconscious. An hour later, Brian was up. Toby hugged him. "You're totally red," Brian said. Toby looked in the mirror and saw that his face was sunburnt.